Cooper Flagg is playing the point guard position, and Cooper Flagg is ascending in case no one has noticed. Dallas ain't no, they're not going anywhere this year. There's no Anthony Davis who's only played 20 games. There's no Kyrie Irving who hasn't played a game at all this year because of his knee injury. They know they're not going anywhere. So their primary objective is to elevate and help the ascension and the growth of Cooper Flagg, the #1 overall pick, who is a package. This brother is special and getting more and more special every day.
Some people recognize a diamond before the world does. Stephen A. was one of them. He had already said it. This brother is special, getting more special every single game. And today, that prediction became history because a 19-year-old kid just scored 45 points against LeBron James, the man who calls himself the greatest of all time. The man who has been telling the world for years, I am the GOAT. I am the legend. Nobody is above me.
How do you cope with that? When you have games like that, you guys usually win.
Well, you cope with it by understanding it's just one game and looking at the opportunity we have on Tuesday to force a Game 7. Obviously,
2,000 years later.
I feel confident because I'm the best player in the world. That's simple.
Are you comedy me?
Well, a kid from a farmhouse in Maine just had something to say about that. His journey. A small town that nobody had ever heard of, to the biggest stage in basketball. And where does he go from here? That decision. You will make yourself after watching this, because the legends of this game have already started talking about him. What they are saying, we will show you that as well. All of it is coming. But first, who is Cooper Flagg? And how did a kid from a town of 3,100 people end up embarrassing the man who calls himself the greatest? It starts in Newport, Maine. A farmhouse, a hoop in the driveway, and two parents who believed their son was going to be something the world had never seen before. His father, Ralph, 6'9", played college basketball. His mother, Kelly, played Division I basketball at University of Maine, scored over 1,200 career points. She was not just his fan, she was his first coach. Cooper was playing against fourth graders when he was still in second grade, not because anyone forced him, because he was already too good for his own age. His parents gave him one belief system from day one. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Larry Bird's work ethic is the only way to play. They gave him DVDs of the 1986 Celtics. They made him study the game before he even fully understood it. High school freshman. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks per game. State champion. Maine's Gatorade Player of the Year. Newport was too small for what he was becoming, so he left home, moved 1,500 miles away to Montverde Academy, the school that produced Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. Graduated a year early. Won a national championship. Went 34-0. Then Duke. 1 season, National Player of the Year, #1 pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, and 2 nights before facing LeBron, he scored 51 points, the youngest player in NBA history to ever reach 50 in a single game. This is who Cooper Flagg is. This is where he came from. Now, let us show you what he did to the man who calls himself. And it still was not enough. Not even close. But forget the numbers for a second. Watch LeBron's face during that game. Watch his body language. Watch a 41-year-old man slowly realizing, this kid is not stopping. Nothing is working. Nothing I do is changing this. That is helplessness. And LeBron James does not feel that very often. The frustration kept building and building and building until it finally came out. Not on the court, not toward the referee, not toward his teammates. He took it out on his own son. Bronny James, sitting on the sideline, became in front of the whole world. Think about that. A 19-year-old kid from a farmhouse in Maine made the NBA's all-time leading scorer so frustrated that he lost his composure with his own child on the sideline. And the age contrast. When LeBron made his NBA debut in 2003, Cooper Flagg had not even been born yet. That is not just a stat. That is a statement. A new era just announced itself. And it did not ask for permission. And now, Cooper Flagg's name is everywhere. Every analyst, every former player, every basketball mind watching this game is saying the same thing. This kid is not just good, he is generational. He is the biggest star this sport has seen in years. And the people who saw it coming, they already had the words ready. Let us hear exactly what they said.
This is how I look at Cooper Flagg. If LeBron James and Kevin Garnett had a baby, you get Cooper Flagg. And why I say that is because when you think about LeBron James, you think of a complete basketball player. right? Jay, you just ran off the stats. He led the team in everything. That's a LeBron James type thing. And you talked about his passion, his tenacity. I'm watching KG all over again, the way that he plays with a high level. We don't give players enough credit like Cooper Flagg. I think it's a skill to have a high motor like he has it. And you talk about his competitive nature and saying this is one of the most competitive guys over the last 20 years. It is, because most guys in high school nowadays, they reclass and go the other way.
Right.
He reclassed up. So he's running up the chimney looking for the smoke. And I love everything about this young man. I love how humble he is. I love how low maintenance he is and how hard working he is. And he's a generational talent.
You know, you hear the quote.
LeBron James and Kevin Garnett if had a baby. And that baby would be Cooper Flagg. We are not saying that. The biggest analysts in the NBA are saying that. The people who've watched this game for decades. The people who've seen legends come and go. They looked at this 19-year-old kid and said exactly that. Think about what that combination actually means. LeBron's complete game. His size. His scoring. His playmaking. His ability to lead a team in every single category. Combined with KG's passion. His tenacity. His defensive fire. The intensity that made opponents genuinely uncomfortable every single night. Both. In one body. At 19 years old. And that is not even where they stopped. They called him a generational talent. That word does not get used lightly. It means once in a lifetime. The kind of player who comes around maybe once every 20 or 30 years. After watching 45 points against LeBron James. After watching 51 points 2 nights before that. Is anyone really going to argue with that? A new era is not coming. It is already here. And Cooper Flagg just introduced himself to the whole world. So tell me, do you think Cooper Flagg is the future of this league? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because this conversation is just getting started.